taking Ollie's friends on a little tour of some new places in Cornwall. We are very far down and we've gone more rural because it's the start of the holidays. So if you want to escape the crowds, this is a good video to follow. It's a good one for August time. Very peaceful and beautiful and green. Or like something I've lacked a little bit in my last few videos is showing you new places that I haven't shown you before. And we haven't been to many new places recently, so this is a good day. One thing I can't do anything about is the aggressive wind at the end of the UK. So I thought I would quickly do a voiceover to tell you what I was saying. Basically, if you love the cozy, slow life like me, then you'll probably like to avoid people as well. So during August, I would say this is the best location list I can think of if you want to avoid lots of children and lots of crowds. Places like St Ives, Padstow, Porthgwarra, all very beautiful and popular, but unfortunately with that is lots of people and not much peacefulness. So I'm about to give you a lovely dose of peacefulness. You've got to wear your grippy shoes because me and Ollie's friends both have really flat trainers on and we've both nearly fallen over multiple times and it's quite annoying, so you've got to get your hiking boots out, I reckon, for a more enjoyable experience. This is so peaceful.
What?
I hear you calling. The other day, a man in Cornwall, there was a black adder under his sofa and he got bit. Big one. And for some reason that just made me think of, well, the reason I'm thinking of it is because I'm scared they're going to come out of grass. There are so many butterflies out at the moment and it makes me so happy seeing so many of them, because sometimes in more built up areas you won't see them as much, and I always worry that they're really on a decline, which I do think they are, but when you come to places like this there's no shortage of beautiful butterflies around your head and in the flowers. This is such a unique bit of land and this view feels so nostalgic for some weird reason. So those are two very beautiful locations that you can go if you want to escape the crowds during the summer months, or if you just want to escape the crowds ever. I went home, got some snacks and made the living room and the kitchen feel a little bit cozy, because the next day we went out again to adventure around and we went to Porthgwarra, which is one of my favourite places in the whole of Cornwall, and I'm so excited for the second half of the video to show you around there, because the last time I went it was more wintry, and though it looked absolutely stunning, it is very different in the summer, and it's so nice to see the difference in the seasons. So I'm very excited for tomorrow, but I thought we could have a little break, have a little M&S snack haul, and also have a little chat about something I've been thinking about a lot more now I'm getting that little bit older. I absolutely love connecting with you all over your thoughts, your experiences, and it means a lot to me. So thanks for sitting down with me and enjoying this video. If you haven't subscribed and you love Cosy Slow Living. We would love to have you as part of this community, and I'm so thankful for all of you. If you haven't yet tried a Marks and Spencer's cappuccino chocolate bar, I urge you that it really is worth the hype. Not that anyone's probably talking about it much, but it should be talked about a lot. Oh my gosh, that amount of walking yesterday, my left thigh is every time I like get on or off the sofa or walk up the stairs, oh, it really pulls. But that's a good thing, because with the heat wave I just wasn't doing enough exercise at all, because I just didn't want to go out in the heat. So I really needed to get my walking back up, which I feel I've done, because I loved where we went so much that I didn't really think about the pain of the walking or how much we were doing, so that was really good. The way I plate up this ready meal is the least glamorous thing I've ever seen, and I make it not look very nice, but it really is good. This was absolutely delicious. If you're not into spicy, it'll probably be a bit spicy for you, because I'm quite good with it. And at the end of eating, my mouth is a little bit burny, but I do like the sensation. That was really good. That's really nice. I had prawn, cod and something else in it. Really enjoyed that. I'm just enjoying a night to myself, because Ollie's friends are staying over and they said they wanted to go, well, they didn't actually say they wanted to go out for a drink, so I suggested they go out for a drink and food, because I feel like they probably want time with their friend without me there, because I just makes me feel conscious of if they're really just finding me like annoying, which sounds really negative, but that is just how I feel. So yeah, they're out, and then I've had some food and snacks and things, and then I wanted to talk about something, because I don't know if this is times have changed so much, and I just want to know if my feelings are normal, or if it's like the way the world is at the moment. I'm not sure, but basically when I was younger, I always wanted children. Into my early 20s, I always wanted children. And then as I'm now 27 and I've gotten like, as I was sort of developing into my mid to later 20s, I became more anxious about the thought of it, because I think about it from like the way the world is at the moment, and global warming, and obviously we're not going to get like talk about anything that's going on in the world, but you all know how it is. Like, it feels very different from when I was growing up, and I just have this concern that it's not a safe world to bring children into. And then it changes my feelings about having children, because I think some people want a family so much that they wouldn't allow that to deter them. But then I have this feeling of, when I think about how I felt at school, and when Ollie and I went to the same secondary school briefly, he had a really hard time at the school I went to, and then he was much happier when he moved, so that's good. But yeah, I found it hard. He found being a teenager hard. I wondered if anyone has had a similar experience to me, where when they were younger they felt confident about the idea, and then as they got older they became more anxious about it. Or have any of you felt like, whether it was recently, decades ago, did you have any concerns about bringing children into the world, or was it just like an absolute yes, I want to do that? How maternal or paternal versus practical was your thinking? Was it a really practical thing you thought about? Was it like an emotional thing for you? I know this is a strange conversation to have, but I think one absolute amazing luxury about having this YouTube channel and this lovely community is that I get to call on people that I feel understand me, and I feel that we obviously all have things in common, and a lot of you are really sensitive like me, and maybe you thought like me 30 years ago. Like, that is such a luxury to be able to ask people questions about their life. And I've always been really interested in the way that people that I relate to or care about, how they thought about things, felt about things, and decisions they made. And I just find it really interesting, because I just find that it helps me. It just offers me perspective, and as we all know, I just love having perspectives. and opinions and ideas and hearing about people's experiences. I just think it's really cool to be able to ask people these questions. So obviously fertility and having a family, and it's all like personal and complex, and it can be it can be a difficult subject for people. So I'm not ignoring that at all. If anyone were comfortable to talk about it, like, did you have thoughts like me, or is this a safe world to bring them into? I think the way Ollie thinks about being a father versus the way I consider motherhood, especially having a single mum as a parent, like my parents weren't together from when I was young, so you see how difficult that is for single parents. It's really hard. And then I think that as well, my own experiences with that affects the way that I view having children and how cautious I feel about having children. If you have 3 or 4 children with someone and then you weren't to be together, like a lot of men know that it's likely the children would stay. I'm not saying me and Ollie would have children and then break up, but hopefully you understand where I'm coming from with that. Having had an upbringing where my mum was our primary carer and my dad wasn't really responsible for us, as like he wasn't like this. I wouldn't say he was the second in command, because my nan and granddad were a great help. So I would say it was my mum and then them. I think motherhood can be very different for women. And then fatherhood. You don't really hear people say that very much. Being away from home as well, and like not having anyone, not that I looked after anyone much, but at least I was useful sometimes. Being further away, my usefulness is less. So I guess I feel less connected to to that maternal instinct of caring and considering, because I still do it, but it's not by anyone's request. It's not people asking anything of me. And I think when you don't have that, then you become, I don't want to say selfish, because it's not really the word, but I guess I am like my world very much revolves around what I want to do, what I'm comfortable with. And I guess when you have children, if you're someone that like really creates comfort and predictability in their life, because I do have a lot of predictability and I can really control my day to day. There's a lot I am in control of with being self-employed. Being in charge of another life and existence, like, you can't control your children's lives. You can't control who they meet and they have to go to school, and like if they're unhappy, you can't just find a way to fix it, because they are their own person with their own feelings, experiences, situations they need to live out. I don't know, I'm just blabbing on now, so I'm going to stop talking. So I've spoken for 10 minutes, but I would like to know, basically, have any of you had in the past or recently similar thoughts to me?
I put on Daisy Jones and the Six, but this has happened before, where I just get to a certain point of the show and then I don't watch the next episode. I'm not sure why this keeps happening. If anyone's watched it and thinks I should finish it, let me know. Also, I have to apologise. I've had a very busy week with work, and it's that point in my cycle where I just struggle to articulate myself, and that's really been the case the last few days. So enjoy the beautiful and mesmerising, magical, breathtaking views of one of my favourite places in Cornwall, Porthgwarra.